ここが北条家らしい。
ここにロレインが。
娘のカレンがいるはずだ。彼女に話を聞こう。ジョナサン、娘のカレンは BBC の人気キャスターだ。カレン北条、聞いたことがあるだろ？
ロレインがそんなこと言ってたな。ニュースキャスター？もしや
彼女はロレインの生き写しだ。
ロレインの娘か。
いいな、ジョナサン。30年も経っているんだ。お前にとっては3年前のことに思えるかもしれんが、冷静に受け止めるんだぞ。
Okay, so before I forget again, overwrite. Thank you. The building's got a hint of Japanese architecture. This is just stunning. You don't see many houses this big on Beyond, especially ones with non-standard architecture. Non-standard architecture? All resident buildings on Colony have to follow a certain architectural regulations. If you own the land, you can't just build anything you want. Sounds like fun. So this is the place. Is this place breaking the law? They get away with it because they're with Tokugawa. They make exceptions then. That window looks different. We can't see inside from the adjustable glass. With the colony shaped like a cylinder, normally both neighbors are able to see inside your house. It's one problem beyond biggest problems. Okay. It's the front door. There's a doorbell next to it. They've got a security camera too. Where be if security camera? You ready? I'll ring the doorbell.
BCP のものです。ちょっとお話を伺いたいのですが。
BCP？ ちょっと待ってください。セキュリティを解除しますから、ID をカメラに向けてください。
こうかな？
ロレイン？いや、カレンさん？
ええ、カレン北条です。あなたは？ジョナサン・イングラム。あなた、イングラムね。
ああ、そうだが。
帰って。どうして私たちの家族につきまとうの？これ以上私たちを苦しめないで。お願いよ。
カレンさん、そんな気はない。俺はただ地球でロレインに、君の母親に頼まれたんだ。父親を探し出してほしいって。
その母さんもあなたに会いに行ったばっかりに。どうして父や母が。どうしてなの？あなたよ、ジョナサン・イングラム。いつもあなたが原因よ。あなたが母を殺したも同然よ。つきまとうのはやめてください。父は私が探します。帰ってください。
カレンさん、あなたはジョナサンを誤解してる。
あなたは？
私は BCP の風紀家のエド・ブラウン。ジョナサン同様、君の母さんの古い友人だ。ジョナサンがロレインや君たちを苦しめるなんてとんでもない。俺はこいつと古い付き合いだ。こいつのロレインへの気持ちは誰よりも知っている。
知ってるわ。母さんもあなたのことをずっと思ってた。母は父にいくら言われてもあなたの写真いつも持ち歩いていたもの。父さん、 かわいそうだった。母さんは忘れなければならなかったのよ。そのことで父と母は喧嘩が絶えなかったわ。私はそんな二人を見て育ったのよ、幼い頃から。ジョナサン・イングラムを恨みながら。
知らなかった。すまない。
カレンさん、君の気持ちはよくわかる。だがジョナサンを恨むのは間違っている。こいつはつい3年前まで宇宙をさまよっていたんだ。
カレンさん、聞いてくれ。君も君の父さんも大変な事件に巻き込まれてるかもしれない。俺は君たちを助けたい。君たちの力になりたい。
カレンさん、どうか分かってくれ。
分かったわ。うるさくされると迷惑だから。中に入って。
ありがたい。
さて、どうしましょう、刑事さん。
へえ、内装も素晴らしい。
Sorry, had to burp. Okay, well, I'm hovering over this, so... What's this? It's a biosphere. It serves as a model of the KLS. KLS stands for Closed Ecological Life Support System. You don't need to give it any food or oxygen, it's totally self-sufficient. Like with this model, if the colony balance was disturbed, it would become unable to support life. That water is filled with a bacterial soup. The temperature is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. The bacteria oxidized in organic waste, producing carbon dioxide and inorganic compounds. That water is filled with a bacterial soup. Okay. You. What do these speakers belong to? They go with our home entertainment system there. Are these those new cordless speakers with biomaterials? Right. It's an infrared system with no dead areas whatsoever. They're ultra thin and you can even decorate them with photos or paintings. Yes, but Dad was never one to do that. Look at this! Man! A high-fidelity all-in-one home entertainment system, employing 3D surround mapping and VR. With this system, composers are able to create a fully immersive sound experience that blows old surround system stuff out of the water. It's made by Tokugawa Electronics. Dad was able to get it at a reduced price. It's a wall-mounted HD TV. Okay, that I actually find funny. Because, like, we're now in, like, 4K stroke UHD TVs, HD TVs were, like, so 5 years ago or something. It's got a chaos system, too. It's lawfully good. You can set the hue to change according to your emotions, like if you're laughing or crying. I remember things heading this way in the 20th, when they brought out washing machines and ovens with neural networks, and fuzzy logic and so forth. You're welcome to turn the TV on. Ooh. News report?
こんにちは。ニュースオーダーの時間です。ビヨンド建設記念日を間近に控えた今日、地球へ帰ろう運動の決起集会が行われました。集会には約1万人以上のリーペイトリエイティストらが徳川ビル前に集まり、 BCP の間に衝突もありましたが、怪我人は出ておりません。 BCP では建設記念日に向けてテロ活動への警戒を呼びかけています。以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
No,
録画ですか？
いえ、
never mind.
CG 合成です。私のデータからコンピュータが作り出した本物そっくりの映像です。
So what? They pay you a royalty for like doing things? Are these plants real? Yes, they're selectively bred to absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide. It's nice having a room full of fresh air all the time. This is a nice view you have here. You don't have any screens for your windows. There are hardly any insects or beyond, so window screens aren't that important. The only bugs you find here are the ones like bees for pollinating flowers or flies for decomposing waste and earthworms for enriching soil. We never needed to open a window either, really. Every house on Beyond comes complete with its own life support system. They're as self-contained as a spaceship. You'll never know when a leak in the colony could occur. I like opening the windows, though. There's something relaxing about it. You can see outside perfectly. That's adjustable glass for you. Okay, we've got a little thing here. What's that you've got there? This? Yeah, my cell phone. You mean news anchors are pretty busy, huh? That's not the main reason I have it, actually. Karen's wearing her cell phone on her hip. What are those? These are medical bracelets. You're having problems with your health? You could say that, yeah. Karen, you seem, how should I put it, different in person than on TV. You're kind of like all 3D and stuff, whereas TV is like 2D. I just can't wrap my head around it. You're still just as charming, of course. They use CG to make me look better on camera. CG? Think of it as a digital makeup. It's to cover up my complexion. Are you sick right now? Actually, my problem is more than temporary. Is it alright if we ask you a few questions? What is it? Okay. Let's try and do it in... yeah, okay. We'll focus on her. I'm a news anchor with the BBC. We always watch your program at my house. Are you off today? I'm taking some time off because of my health. I don't think anyone will know it's CG. The news they're showing right now is a CG me. I don't think anyone will be able to tell the difference. Okay, looping on to illness. Your mother was worried about an illness she said you had. Would you mind telling me about it? I have a plastic anemia. The homeostatic stem cells in my bone marrow, the ones that create new blood, have become damaged and I can't produce blood cells properly. I can become anemic or get hemorrhages or be susceptible to infection. That's why you're so pale, isn't it? I got a plastic anemia. Basically, it's a disease where you become unable to produce new blood. Okay, not that. Its cause. How did you get such a serious illness? In my case, it was exposure to cosmic radiation here. I have secondary aplastic anemia. Unlike home, the surface of beyond gets hit by a good deal of radiation. So they must have offered some form of compensation, right? Unfortunately, they haven't set up anything official yet. No. Anti-space groups like the Repatriates do offer support money, but I don't want to end up being used by people like them. Repatriate, yeah. Repatriate, yeah. They were talking about that on the news. It was your show, actually. How do you treat something like that? Someone at your father's work was saying you needed bone marrow transplant. Yeah. Dad talked me into getting immunosuppressive drug therapy. I can see why he wanted me to try that. But it's not doing much. Apparently, in moderate to severe cases like mine, hormone therapy has no effect either. That bad, huh? My only remaining option is a bone marrow transplant. A bone marrow... No, the wrong voice. A bone marrow transplant? They replace my damaged marrow with marrow from a healthy person. But in order to do the transplant, they need marrow from someone with the same LHA type as me. They still haven't found someone with my type. The transplant costs are enormous too. The transplant costs, hospitalization fees, immunosuppressants. I don't know where I'm going to get all the money if we do find a donor. You don't look like you're strapped for cash or anything. It's more expensive than you think. Until recently, my position on the waiting list was 5, which is for people who can't even pay for transplant. But last month, I finally got some hope. That's why I'm always checking my phone here. Okay, let's ask about Ray.
ロレインのことは
母の仮葬儀は終わりました。母は友人も少なかったし、私だけの寂しい葬儀でした。
遺体は？
難しいみたい。せめてお骨だけでもって思うんですけど。
残念ながらビヨンドへの遺体の持ち込みは許可されないでしょう。
父が知ったらどんなに悲しむか。
遺留品は？
遺留品も無理らしいです。
そうですか。お気の毒に。
ロレインに君のこと頼むって言われた。
そうですか。
Okay. She loved you more than my father. She was so happy when they found you. But I wasn't very nice to her. I felt sorry for Dad and everything. Mum didn't know very many people. I didn't see how she could have had any enemies. Who could have done such a thing? The police in Ola are treating it as a terrorist bombing. That's ridiculous. It happened right in front of me. That wasn't some terrorist. It has to be related to your father's disappearance. Okay. So, yeah, Sato. Do you know who someone called Michael Sato? He works at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Sato? No, never heard of him before. That's actually a Japanese name, right? Actually, I do remember hearing it now. But there's a lot of people here with Japanese names, so it could be common. Even if I did hear the name before, I never met him. Oh, I missed that one. I know for sure I've never met anyone from Dad's work. Okay. Let's go on to the parents. This can't be an easy thing to talk about, but it's necessary for our investigation. What can you tell us about your parents? My father is a terrestrial who migrated to beyond shortly after it was completed. Your mother told me that they met at Tokugawa's festival for Japanese people. Yes, that's correct. He said Mum was inconsolable after your accident. Lorraine. He devoted himself to her. They married 6 months later. Mum couldn't forget you. The stronger Dad's love got, the more his jealousy grew. That's when their relationship turned sour. Mum still kept all the pictures she had of you. One day, Dad found them, and they burned every last one. Sorry, but the way the text is, it looks like bummed, which was really weird. She had no pictures of you left after that. They argued constantly, but they stayed together for my sake. That's a real Japanese thing to do. On to Hojo's job. What does your father do at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals? All I know is he's involved with developing new pharmaceuticals. To your understanding, what of work is that? I don't know. He never talked much about it. He never discussed his work at home. Not with me, anyway. Did he say anything you think might help us? Well, one time, I can't exactly remember when exactly, he broke down in tears, saying he wanted to quit Tokugawa. He said, they tricked me. I hate my fucking job. Holy mackerel. That was it. That was all he said. He never mentioned it again. He never swore, which made it even more unusual. For someone here to say something like that, that's almost unheard of. I don't really know what he did. He was forbidden from discussing his work for confidentiality reasons. He never talked about a certain new product he was working on? No, nothing specific. Okay, let's ask about behavior. Did you notice anything unusual about your father before he disappeared? He had been acting kind of strange lately. Maybe things weren't going well at work. Your mother said he would have these breakdowns. Yes, he did. Now that you mention it, he's normally a calm person. So he definitely was different than usual. Yes, he does have a tendency to worry at times, but nothing like that. Please try to think. Even the littlest thing might make a difference. In what other ways was he different? He would become very pensive and emotional. He was like somebody else altogether. I think he talked to Mum about something, but he never said anything to me. So, Lorraine did know something. Mum didn't tell me anything either. What are your father's hobbies? Hobbies? Well, he likes listening to CDs. CDs? Yes, he has a lot of CDs he's got when he was younger. Unusual, I know. I understand how that is. We came from the same time. That's his only hobby, per se. He doesn't have any friends. So would he spend his days off here? He was almost never home since he and Mum didn't get along. Their relationship made him into a workaholic. Whenever he's at home, he would spend his time listening to music by himself. Dad's CDs are over on those shelves. Go take a look if you like.